Speaker said this is all a political exercise. Certainly the families of the victims don't think it is.
I think the Speaker realizes the train has left the station on this. Let's rip the Band-Aid off and get it done. And I wish the president realized that. The more the White House pushes back on this, it's, it just looks bad, right? I mean, it was the Attorney General came out and said all these white binders, we're going to release all this information, and then a month later said, oh, no, we're not. So it's been a PR blunder from the beginning. And I think the Speaker is right. This is going to happen, so let's get it done and vote on it. And we got to realize it still has to go to the Senate, then it has to go to the president for signature. Meanwhile, our Oversight Committee is releasing thousands and thousands of pages of evidence concerning Epstein.
That was Congressman Don Bacon, yet another Republican delivering a cold dose of reality to Donald Trump and Mike Johnson, both of whom are still running interference as the White House tries to keep these files in the dark. Bacon's "the train has left the station" line isn't just a catchy metaphor. He's describing something real. Republicans are starting to break with Trump on one of the most radioactive issues imaginable. And he's not alone. Here's just a small sample of other Republicans who've already gone on record saying they'll support Tuesday's vote to release the Epstein files.
I want to start first with this potential vote. You did not support the discharge petition. How are you planning to vote next week?
Yeah, I'm going to vote yes. I mean, I've said all along I'm for, total transparency here, consistent with protecting the victims. And so this is going to be coming for a yes up or down vote on the House floor next week, and I plan to vote yes.
Look, I think the Oversight Committee, I'm going to vote for it if it comes up because...
You'll vote for the bill?
Yeah, because, look, I think the Oversight Committee has pushed out a lot of disclosures. The administration's done a lot. If you look in the UK, they've tried to do something towards Prince Andrew. But one of the ththings that went away during the shutdown is Pam Bondi was supposed to come to the House and answer these questions. And look, I'm not on the Judiciary Committee, but I did want Pam Bondi to come and do some explaining.
Everyone that voted for Trump Vance, everyone was like, release the Epstein files.
Right.
This is not even an argument. It's not even debatable. It's not being a traitor to the president to sign my name on a Thomas Massie discharge petition to release the Epstein files. No. I am staying true to what we've always said. There needs to be transparency.
We're forcing this vote, and it's going to happen. I would remind my Republican colleagues who are deciding how to vote, Donald Trump can protect you in red districts right now by giving you an endorsement, but in 2030, he's not going to be the president, and you will have voted to protect pedophiles if you don't vote to release these files, and the president can't protect you then.
It's not just those Republicans. I also spoke with Congressman Ro Khanna about how many Republicans he thinks will ultimately sign on to this push. Here's what he said.
Well, Massie and I are hoping for a big number. We're hoping for at least 30 to 40 Republicans. We'll see what happens. It's Massie and me versus the Trump White House. I mean, he's literally threatening to unendorse people. He's unendorsing Marjorie Taylor Greene because of this. Nothing has split the MAGA coalition more than this bill since Donald Trump walked down the escalator. I mean, that's the truth. It has really been mind-boggling to see online what's happening.
But the point Khanna makes is crucial. While it might feel easy right now to blindly defer to Trump, he will not be around forever. Your vote, however, will, if you choose to defend secrecy over accountability, that's not a choice you can outrun. You won't be able to hide behind Trump's endorsement forever. You won't be able to later pretend you didn't really know. There are already too many Republicans acknowledging reality out loud for anyone to credibly claim ignorance later. When Trump is no longer there to protect them, the ones who voted to protect pedophiles will be standing alone with that decision. And there's a practical reason why Khanna and Massie want a large number of Republicans to defect now. Here's the math. In the House, this bill needs a simple majority to pass. In the Senate, it needs 60 votes, which means at least 13 Republicans have to break with Trump. But even if it clears both chambers, there is no scenario where Donald Trump eagerly signs this into law. None. So what does that mean? It means a veto-proof majority will ultimately be required, and Trump isn't going to take that lying down. He will rage online with posts and attacks, threaten to unendorse you, hype up primary challengers try to turn conservative media against you, he'll use every tool he has to protect himself and anyone else implicated in those files. But even after all of that, the basic point doesn't change. Donald Trump will not be around forever. Your vote to protect a pedophile it may feel safe now, but there will come a day when you have to stand in front of your own voters and explain why you chose to bury the truth instead of delivering the transparency you promised on the campaign trail. Republicans ran on releasing these files. Now some of them are helping to suppress them to protect someone who's implicated. How do you explain that to voters when Trump is gone? I asked Ro Khanna about why he believes there's real Republican support for this bill, given how fiercely the MAGA base and the Republican conference have protected Trump up to this point. I mean, we're not just talking about moderates here, we're talking about names like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Nancy Mace, Thomas Massie, Eli Crane. The list of Republicans breaking with Trump on this issue just keeps growing. So why now? Why do they feel comfortable going against a man who has proven again and again that he'll attack his own allies the second they cross him? And here's what he has to say.
It's quite something, and they're risking their careers. They are saying that they don't care if Donald Trump doesn't endorse them, and it's showing now safety in numbers because they're seeing sort of the Wizard of Oz moment that his bark may be bigger than his bite, and there is safety in a large number of defections. But again, this goes to the core issue, which is the governing class has failed Americans. There is an Epstein class that needs to go. That Epstein class obviously literally has abused underage women, it raped underage women, covered up for the rape and abuse of underage women. But in a deeper sense, this Epstein class represents people with extreme wealth who go to the same parties, who fraternize with the same politicians, people who've been elected for the last 30, 40 years. They are all part of a clique. You know, Bernie Sanders tried to run against this clique. Trump ran against the clique on the Republican side.
Yeah.
And the Democratic and people in this country are like, we're done with the.
So here's my message to any Republican watching this ahead of Tuesday's vote. This bill is going to pass eventually. The pressure isn't going away. The victims aren't going away. The public demand for answers isn't going away. So the question is no longer if this moves, it's where you'll stand when it does. Do you want to be another nameless, faceless drone who Donald Trump does not care about, sacrificing your entire reputation to protect him or others implicated in these files? Or do you want to deliver for your constituents on an issue they clearly care about and stand with the victims and survivors who deserve full accountability? Because once Trump is out of office, this is the vote you will not be able to escape. There is no clever talking point that erases "I voted to protect a pedophile" instead of releasing the files. You will carry that with you for the rest of your career. If you found this breakdown helpful and you want to see more coverage that isn't filtered through party leadership or corporate media, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.